Recording. Can you believe we're in week 4? Hey, as a reminder too, next week you are on break, so make sure you're looking at your calendar on FS Connect for your breaks, when your breaks are going to be, all of that stuff, because we usually don't do announcements in class for that. That's something that's just done through the university itself. So you do have a 1 week break between this class and your next class, which is kind of nice to give you that breather, especially after month 1. You kind of get your refreshing breath, and then you can go on to your month 2, which is great. But just wanted to check in first, and how's everybody doing? If you didn't see the announcement, what am I trying to say? Tweet Grader wasn't working earlier today. I'm not sure if it's working. I just finished up another class for my other class, another virtual session, I mean, for my other class. So I didn't get a chance to go in and look and see if I can't talk tonight. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys. If Tweet Grader is working right or not. But it wasn't working. So, okay, Hunter, thanks for letting me know that. Hunter said he just tried it and it still was broken. So, don't worry about that for your initial post. We'll try and do that again for your response post that's due on Sunday. So just keep that in mind and try and remember to do that for your second post, and we'll just factor that into the grade then. Hopefully they'll get that fixed. But yeah, it was like, and I tried it for my account too. It was like, this account has been suspended. I'm like, no, no, it is not. So yeah. But we'll get that going. The best of technology is only as good as it's working. So, well, we do what we can on that. So with your promotional report, this is basically just refining what you've already done based on your skills in the last 3 weeks, based on my feedback. Make sure you're looking at my feedback and making those changes. A lot of the bios had not been changed from your week 1 discussion. So make sure you look at my feedback on your week 1 discussion and make those changes, because there were typos and things like that. And we want to make sure we get that cleaned up before you actually publish your site. So keep that in mind. So this is your first real publication of the month, and you're going to revise your draft from last week, and then you're going to publish the multimedia report focused on your product, service, event, organization, movement, or cause. You'll need to decide which media elements to include in your story, and you must meet the following requirements. So make sure you're paying attention to these requirements. Contain attention-getting headline, like we talked about. We talked about this with the keywords, the 65 characters or less. Written like a news story, answering those basic 6 questions. Now remember, some people decided that the who didn't matter or the what didn't matter. No, you need to answer all 6 basic questions because they are important. So make sure that you are answering those 6 basic questions. Who, what, when, where, how, and why. Remember, it's not just enough to say the date of your event, but also what time is it. That's going to be important to people. It must be based on thoroughly vetted facts or testimonials from others. It must contain original text with properly embedded hyperlinks. Make sure you're doing your citations, because again, this is a really big deal when you're publishing things to the web. That you have your proper citations. You don't want to end up in a lawsuit. I don't know if you guys saw about the student. It was a piracy issue for sure. So don't, it's not like if you forget to quote somebody, you're going to get sued for, I think it was over $600 million or $600,000. Sorry, $600,000. But this student was doing piracy stuff, and it was over $600,000 that he was fined. So I don't know about you, but I certainly couldn't afford that. So what you do on the internet matters for sure. Any original or curated media elements, such as images or videos, make sure they're credited and captioned. And I have references on FSO about that, so take a look at that. And then it must be published to your website. Don't put it in a Word document and send that to me, because that's not completing the assignment. It needs to be published to your website. You want to include hyperlinks, photos, video, and social media facilities. Add buttons to be able to repost it. I know, there's lots of times I see a great article and there's no way for me to share it on Facebook. And I'm like, well, that was a waste of your time. So make sure that you give people a way to do that. Now, with that, I want to encourage you. It's not a requirement for this assignment, but I want to really encourage you to use Pitch Engine. And let me just show you. This is free, but this is like amazing content. You can create some amazing stuff. And if you put your article on here, it gives you a lot of flexibility, and it helps push your content out. And so if you look at, for example, here's, just somebody that just put something up 4 minutes ago. I haven't even seen it yet. But you can see how he's got his, picture there. He's got hyperlink. It kind of has some quick facts. And it's very basic. It's not, it's not anything terribly fancy. It's super easy to use. When you start, actually I can log in because I was playing around with it. Let me see if I remember what my password was because I was just playing around with it to see. We're working on getting maybe a more advanced account for you guys, for our PR students, because the free account is fantastic. But of course, if it was a professional account that students could use, hey, why not, right? Okay. Oh, I think I just signed in with Facebook. Maybe. Like I said, this isn't a requirement, but it is free, and it's something that it's really nice to use. Super easy. As long as my internet, I've got too many things open. Okay. I did it through Facebook, that's why. So like for my husband's business, Disability Umbrella, I could do pitches. Like I have no published pitches, but say I wanted to create one, I just click on create. And that little kid dances, which I think is adorable. I type my headline, off I go. Really easy to do my hyperlink, really easy to do my preview. If I decide I don't want to do that, like here is the PRD student example. So I just imported our example. And so you can see your hyperlinks are there. So it's kind of a nice little way to get your pitch out there. And then you can link this to your site, and it's just another resource for you. So like I say, it's not a requirement for this assignment, but I do encourage you to use it. And if you do include that, then include your link with that as well. Let me know that you did that, so that I can check that out, because I just, I think it'd be really good for you. Your report must be thoroughly sourced with proper attribution. It needs to include active hyperlinks, not just like at the bottom, also see www. But active hyperlinks. Remember how we talked about hyperlinking phrases, and even you could hyperlink a picture. Websites, pages, sources. Watch your grammar and writing. That's a big, big thing. And here's how you're going to deliver it. Here's your deliverable. You're going to publish your report to your website. You're going to put the URL into a Word document. And you're also going to do a tweet about your article. You're going to do both of those things on the Word document with your name, your Full Sail email. Come on, I just want to highlight that. Hyperlink to your article, contact information of your source if you're using interviews or testimonials, hyperlink and screenshot of your Twitter page, complete with the tweet of your assignment, headline and text of your article as it appears on your website, including all hyperlinks. Please include hyperlinks and any embedded visual elements as they appear in your article as well. And then you're going to submit that Word document through FSO. So let me show you what that looks like. All right. Make that a little, okay. So name, I'm a student. Email, istudent@fullsail.edu. There's the link to the website. There's the source. There's Pitch Engine site if I included Pitch Engine. There's Bluehost, my Bluehost account, and here's my Twitter. I'm a student on twitter.com. Then it's the, here's my screenshot of my tweet, of my tweet. I can talk, of my Twitter, showing my tweet. I'm telling you guys, sorry. I'm just having one of those days where my tongue gets tangled. And then here is what, if I went to your website, here's what your website would look like. And then I also have a couple of other student examples that you can look at. This is all on FSO. your the examples are on FSO. So that's an example of what I'm looking for. Very straightforward, nothing too fancy. Everything, we've been building to this point. So that's basically what I'm looking for. Um, and then just basically the due dates. So with that, do you have any questions? And I know it's been very brief tonight, and I'm really just trying to be conscious of your time, because I know you want to get in and you want to do it, and you want to make sure everything's good on your site. You want to make sure your grammar and spelling and everything like that, and you got your post due tonight and things like that. So I don't want to take up a lot of your time. But do you have any questions about this project or about the discussion board for this evening? All righty. Yeah, Sam, it's due Sunday night. Yeah, nothing for this class changes. Then your break, if you look at the FS Connect calendar, you'll see exactly when your break starts and ends. But yeah, the Sunday night finishes this class, and then starting Monday, then you have Monday on off until your next class begins on the following Monday with Tammy. You're gonna love it. She's a great teacher. I know. Can you believe it? Month one behind you. Done. Well, if you guys don't have any questions, I release you to go work on your stuff, or go eat your dinner or whatever it is. I know these days get away from me. Wednesdays get away from me, and before I know it, I'm like, I got my classes and I haven't eaten dinner yet. And so I actually did tonight, but a lot of times I don't. So I'm sure you're in the same boat where you're working on stuff and all of a sudden you go, oh, I'm starving. Why am I starving? Oh, because it's 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, Brittany, I'll be on for a little bit longer. I responded to your one email. I'm not sure if you have more questions. I'll be available, and I'll be on all day tomorrow too. So cool. Well, I hope you guys have a really good evening. And since this is the last time I'll be talking to you in a group setting, you guys have been a great class. And I've told all the other instructors too. I'm like, we have got an amazing month one class coming your way. And I don't say that about every class. I don't think that I'm just, oh yeah, she's just saying that. I'm really not. You guys have been phenomenal. And so I cannot wait to see you again in month six. And feel free to get in touch with me anytime between now and then or beyond. I love keeping in touch with students, so don't be a stranger. But I know you guys are going to do great things, and so I'm just looking forward to seeing you guys grow and continue to develop yourselves as PR professionals. I've been really impressed with you guys, so keep up the great work.